Mic test 1 2 3. Mic test 1 2 3. Is the sound working this time? Okay. Okay, good afternoon and assalamualaikum. Hari ini agak memenatkan, so hari ini saya tak akan masak. Assalamualaikum and good afternoon everyone. Welcome to another episode of Quick and Easy Cooking with Mimi. I'm Mimi. I've been using the Thermomix for more than 2 years and I've been an advisor, Thermomix cooking advisor for 2 years as well. Today I'm actually not gonna cook because I'm tired. But don't worry because the Thermomix can do so much more than just cook. You can make drinks, for example. And today I'm gonna make mayonnaise. And it's a little different. I'm gonna make it a garlicky mayonnaise, not too much, just a little bit. So I scrolled through the recipe before starting. It's in cookie dough. And one of the tips here at the bottom says that if you want it to be garlicky, you can add 1 or 2 cloves of garlic before doing the rest of it. And that's what I'm going to do. Empty bowl. I'm not going to put too much garlic, just a little bit here, almost like maybe 1.5 or 1. It's quite small, so it counts as like 1 clove of garlic, already peeled. And we're going to chop that finely to... Okay, I'm going to start cooking, but I'm going to do 3 seconds, speed 8. Okay, and we go back to our bookmarked recipe. And the first step is to weigh the oil, which I've already done. This is 250 grams of grapeseed oil. The recipe says sunflower. Basically, any neutral tasting oil. So you can do like light olive oil or even palm oil is fine. Not the normal olive oil because that would be too strong. And then you set it aside. I have it here already. And then we're going to add to this 1 egg. You'll be surprised at how easy this is. Okay, so first I'm going to scrape down my garlic because it's so fine and so tiny, as you can see. Amazing, right? 1 clove of garlic and the Thermomix can still chop it up. So I'm just going to scrape it down so that everything falls to the bottom before I add the rest of the ingredients. So that's how it looks like. So relaxed, right? I'm just sitting down while I'm doing this. And I have my egg in here. I already washed it. But to be safe and sure that it's not a stinky egg, not a rotten one, I break it into my bowl and put it in. Voila. Super simple. And next, a teaspoon of lemon juice or vinegar. Of course, I go with lemon juice because lemon juice would have an aroma of its own from the fruit. If you don't have it, you can always take vinegar. It's fine. And then it says here optional. Optional, 2 teaspoons of mustard. I'm actually using, I was like, I like mustard, but I don't want it to be too overpowering. So because it's optional, instead of the optional 10 grams, I'm putting in 5 grams of moutarde de Dijon. It's a Dijon mustard, and it's quite strong, so hopefully should be fine. But generally what I find with Thermomix recipes is that the optional ingredients actually make the taste outstanding for some reason. So I try to add the optionals as much as I can. And then 2 pinches of black pepper is also optional, but I love black pepper, so I'm putting in a little bit. And last of all is half a teaspoon of pepper. And as usual, I'm using my pink Himalayan rock salt. Super easy, right? So if you skip all of the optionals, it's basically just egg and salt. Yeah, egg and salt and the oil. Okay. Now whenever we're gonna close it, let me do the mixing before I start the talking and chiritaing. So it's 1:30. It's gonna turn. I'm gonna turn it to step 4, and while it's turning at step 4, I'm gonna drizzle my oil on the mixing bowl lid. And you might be like, how will that go in? Because you see, remember we have this measuring cup. Even though we insert it into the mixing bowl lid, there's actually some space in between, and the oil will drizzle down, and we don't have to be, we don't have to stress so much. We just have to drizzle it around, and it will be nicely distributed, while the Thermomix will do the emulsifying. So let's get started. 1:30, speed 4. Okay, so it says to drizzle around, so let's drizzle it around. So what's happening here is a process called emulsifying. Emulsifying is when you force two different substances to come together. Like you're mixing water and oil, for example. Right now we are mixing egg, the mustard, the lemon juice, and the oil. That's what we're doing. And what the Thermomix is doing, it's the blades are moving fast so that the molecules are broken up into tiny, tiny bits, and they will be like suspended into each other. That's how you get a fluffy texture. So this is not easy to do. I've tried using food processors and expensive hand blenders all the way from Switzerland with this, and it doesn't guarantee success. So this is actually my first time my first time making mayonnaise. I've been putting this off for so long. I've been doing more complicated stuff. And the Thermomix even gives a clue, a tip that you use another egg if it doesn't solidify. So let's see how this works. By the way, I bought this jar of mustard, partly because it's French, partly because I like the jar. I reuse glass jars. So let's see. Bismillah. Jadi ke tidak? Masya Allah, siap dah. Okay, I still have a bit of oil. I will just... Dah jadi sebenarnya, but I have a bit of oil and I want it to be emulsified further. Dah jadi, kita punya mayonnaise. Never doubt the Thermomix. So, because I had a bit of oil on top because I was talking too much, so I'm just gonna scrape it a bit and I'm gonna add a bit of time. So, sayang minyak tu kan. Then, okay, lagi sikit. Boleh undur sikit. Ghostan. I'll just add maybe 10 seconds. See, when my brother was in secondary school, he attended a culinary class. He was one of only 2 boys in the class. Everyone else were girls. And he actually learned how to make mayonnaise. And it seemed so tedious. But now, the Thermomix makes it so easy. My goodness, so unbelievably easy. So it says serve immediately, transfer into a jar or a bowl, and store in the refrigerator. Et voilà, notre mayonnaise is prête. Our mayonnaise is ready. Amazing, amazing. Okay, kita rasa dulu. Okay, is this enough? Which jar do I use? The white jar or the small pretty one? Let's try the small pretty one. I think it should fit. Bestnya! See, I've had my Thermomix for 2 years and it surprises me every day. Oh, look at that texture. How did that just happen, folks? Look at that. Super duper easy. And I know exactly what goes in it. Now, if you're concerned about the raw egg, you can always pasteurize your eggs using the Thermomix, of course. There's also a recipe for that. Amazing, right? So no need to spend money on expensive pasteurized eggs. You can pasteurize them yourself. And I just might make burgers tomorrow to eat this mayo with. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Super quick and super easy as usual, right up my alley. Join me again tomorrow, 6 p.m. for another quick and easy cooking episode with Mimi. There's more and I'm gonna scrape it off camera. Bye-bye. Assalamualaikum.